All right, so we're going to use After Effects, but make sure you have the image you're going to use, have them on your desktop already. I'm going to show you a few different types. One's going to come out of Photo Booth, and the other would come off of Room 31. But make sure you've dragged those to your desktop first, just to make life easy for you. And then go to After Effects. This is the training video for AeFxFL, by the way. We want to come up with new project, and we want a new composition, and we're calling this composition AeFxFL, right? And we want to keep this at whatever you had it at, HDTV 29. Oh, wait, no. We want the, oh my God, there it is. That's the one we want, right? You should have this one set already. And 10 seconds is good. If you have a different amount of time here, like 5, go ahead and change the, if it's, just change it to 10, right? It's right there. Hopefully you pause and look at that carefully and click OK. All right, so there's our HD frame. Now we need to go get our image that we're going to try out these special effects on. So I'm going to go File, Import File, and I'm going to go to my desktop, because that's where I put the images. And I'll start first with something I got off of my photo booth. And that's fine. All you need is one. So if you got the picture from photo booth, there you go. Move on. I'm also going to get an image that I got off Room 31. So it's a photo taken. So starting with this photo that I took of Braulio, I'm going to drag that down into the composition panel here, the layers panel. And you can see I need to zoom in. So if the image you've got doesn't fit the frame, you want to go up here to Layer, go down to Transform, and then since it's landscape, we want to fit the height. If it's landscape, fit the height, and you should have those gaps. That's fine. If you do the other one, it's going to zoom in a little bit and cut his head off, possibly, or his hair. The other one I can use, I'm just going to go here and delete that, and bring in one that I got off Photo Booth. You can see that's a little bit smaller than Photo Booth. So I'm going to go up here to Layer, Transform, and same, fit the height. Okay, so you should have some gaps on the sides. That's fine. All right, so that gives us our first layer. Now I want to show you a few of the effects, few of these effects here. So we have to have a layer, another layer that we can use, and we can use this layer to control the color of the effect. So I'm going to start with bubbles. So I'm going to go up here to Layer, New, Solid, and I'm going to click here and use this color bar to find the color I want to use. Okay, I can, if I want to match a color that's in the picture, I can also use the eyedropper tool, right? Okay, but find a picture you want. A color you want, and click OK, and then click OK, and that color will fill the entire frame. But now we're ready to go ahead and apply an effect to this. So I'm going to go up here to Effect, and I'm going to go down to Simulation, I'm going to go to bubbles. Click that, and now you can see in the color we picked, we've got these bubbles, and if I hit the space bar, the bubbles are moving. Okay. It's going to go slow at first. It'll take more than 10 seconds to give us 10 seconds. And then it'll move regular speed. So there we have our bubbles. And again, the color of the solid that you pick will determine the color of the bubbles. Hit the space bar and bring the scrubber back to 0. I'm going to add another layer, so I can add another effect, layer, new, solid. We'll change the color to a blue. Click OK. Click OK. And now I'm going to go to Effect, Simulation, and there's like Mr. Mercury. It's kind of weird looking. There's Rainfall. Just click on that. Let's not click on that. Command Z. Work on that later. Effect. Let's try a different one. If it doesn't automatically pop up, then let's just save it for later, okay? Particle systems we'll do last. Let's look at Starburst. Okay, so now we have Starburst in blue. So we hit the space bar, we'll have the bubbles in purple and the Starburst in blue. And right now these are all emanating from the center, in this case the Starburst. Might have wanted to use the aqua color that Brian's got on him. It made more sense. That's easy enough to do, actually. Hit the space bar. Hit the space bar. Come on now. Put the scrubber back to 0. I could just delete that layer. Add it back. And now use the eyedropper tool to, oh, it's in the way. Let me get this out of the way there. Let's try that again. Eyedropper tool to get this color, aqua color. Okay, click OK. And now let's go back to Effect, Simulation, Starburst. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. And finally, show you another one. You pick one of these. This finished doing its thing. Go ahead and pick one of these to use for your final idea. You can pick more than one. I'm showing you how to do multiple layers here. And these are always going to be on top of, right, on top of the image. So our image will always be at the bottom. All right, so I'm going to go one more. Effect, Simulation, and now we have that particle systems. Okay, and that's the one that's going to spray all these cool colors. So I'm going to move that, let's say, put that over here. And I can change the colors. If I go to Producer, that's not going to help me. I go to Particle. There we go. So you can see that the birth color is yellow and the death color is red. And you can change those. We want to make it white. And it fade to a, we didn't get that blue, so let's put the blue back in. Okay, so now you can see something over here is spewing out these particles. Oh, look what it did. It added it to the same layer. That's okay. That's okay. I don't mind that. But it got rid of the other. So I probably should have not deleted that. I should have clicked out so we get a new layer. We'll do that again. Show you one more. Be the fourth effect I show So layer, new, solid. That's all we're doing, creating a solid layer, setting our colors to what we want. Let's try green. Click OK. And now the last one I want to show you is this Mr. Mercury. And again, you can move that to where you want it and hit the space bar, and it gives you that funky look there. So you got bubbles, you got starburst, you've got particles, and you have Mr. Mercury here. Okay, so play around with one or more of those. When you're done, when you're done with it, go ahead and file, export, add to media, render queue. So that's got to go back to that Adobe Media encoder as that top choice. Give it a second to load up here. And you want to go ahead and click and make sure that you know where it's going. Okay. Make sure it's either on your desktop or it's in your documents folder. Okay, that's the key to this. And also, I've got to change my settings here. Oh, come on now. Oh, this is where I want to go. We want the H.264. Yours should already say that. You shouldn't have to change this. Okay, and now you want to make sure it's going to your documents folder. Okay, and then click Save. And then click Play to start the rendering. And when you're done, you'll have, mine's going slow, but when you're done, you'll have this AeFxFL.mp4 in your documents folder that you can upload to your video page on Wix. Okay? And good luck. All right. This concludes the training video.